This is Friday, I believe the 15th of May, 2021. It's about 5:45 in the morning. I'm just getting started. To start the video, to send to the Sundance Active Adult Management HOA Architectural Committee, whoever's got their problems with my lot. As I've told you before in other videos, we'll start right out. This lot was sabotaged. This house was sabotaged on the day the pad was poured for this house. A permanent, forever and ever cloud was put on the title of this house. Okay, you sabotaged the lot. You put a builder's lien against the sewage pipes and the drainage signature of this lot the day you poured the pad. There's a blueprint elevation for that pad, and you'll find it in the grading document. It's about a 70-page grading document that has every pad elevation for every house in Sundance Active Adult in it. And when the permit was issued for this house, they violated that elevation by 3 inches. The house sits 3 inches low. It's out of limits. The limit for the house, for as far as its elevation, was 3 inches higher on paper. That permit was obtained about a month and a half after I signed papers for the house. I signed papers for the house, and I committed to buy the house on December 7th, 2003. I gave him $2,000, and I picked a lot and I picked a house. And then at the end of the month, around New Year's, I came down for the New Year's holiday to play some golf, and I brought down a check for $28,000. So I had $30,000. They had $30,000 of my money on the day that permit was issued from the town of Buckeye. And I also suspect that this house here is 2 inches low. From my readings, my surveying, I did a survey with my water levels with the previous owners. Once with him and once on my own. This house is 2 inches low. This house is 3 inches low. This is the dishonesty and the slavery and the penalty box that I've been in for the last 15 years. I'm paying a sewer rate based on my water use on a set of sewer pipes that are out of compliance. You sold me a club-footed child, and nobody in downtown will have an audience with me or talk to me when I go into the second floor. When I give them my name, nobody's home. Nobody has an answer for this hillbilly porch piracy that took place. These hillbillies out here 16, 17 years ago wanted the model that came on paper was too much like New York City to suit them. It was supposed to be a model where everybody had access to everywhere in the common areas. The trouble with that is what's happening in Washington right now. You have bucolic, white, right-wing, and you have urbane, left-wing progressives. Okay? They're not mixing out here. When that plan got out here from wherever it came from, that was an urban plan. There was supposed to be access easements everywhere. When that plan got here, it didn't match the Buckeye outlet, this Midwestern outlet. You mean you're going to have golf carts going by everybody's house? A lot of people will be burdened with golf carts going by their house 24/7? Yeah. Because it's on paper. It's on the plat map. you will be aware when you buy the house that that's what's on the plat map. You have to deal with it, okay? Just like I deal with golfers walking in my yard and hitting balls in my yard all day and breaking my windows. I have to deal with it. I have a house on a golf course. Whenever I talk to anybody, the HOA, the clubhouse, the pro shop, the first thing out of their mouth is it was an unintentional accident. You bought a house on a golf course. Same thing for the access easements. Like I said, that plan wasn't popular when it got here. And some of the first buyers that were here were from the Midwest. Buckeye is so tied to the Midwest that all the realtors have buyers from the Midwest, and when they get here, they go, I don't have golf carts going by my house on my 200-acre farm back in East Jesus, wherever, okay? Back in East Jesus, we don't have to worry about access easements and common areas, okay? And I don't want golf carts going by my house here. I want to bring the farm with me. I don't accept this urban model you're trying to peddle on to everybody out here. Now, I paid to maintain track day. It was when my house was sold to me, track day was portrayed as an in and out easement from this neighborhood onto the golf course. There was even a path going up to it. But anyway, I'm going to try to finish this today. I'm out here early. I'm dealing with so much vagueness and ambiguity out here from the HOA. You can't get a straight answer. It's like they're putting it all on me. You know, when they say, you're doing something, what are you doing? You're being fined for doing something, but there's no description of what I'm doing. No picture, no description, nothing. It's like you went out yesterday and somewhere where during your travels you had a traffic incident. Now, I want you to admit it and pay a fine for maybe running a red light someplace. We didn't catch you. We don't know where you did it or what we did or what you did, but we know you did something. And here's your fine. Okay? That's what I'm dealing with. This small town, bucolic, Trump-like simplicity. It's simplicity. Okay? I'm from an urban place. I have urban background. I grew up in the country, so I know the sentiment of the country. You don't like people who are pushy and in your face, and you don't want to rub elbows. That's fine. But don't buy a house on an access easement in an adult community that was designed and modeled to be the epitome of fairness, equalness, equity. My equity got gutted the day they put that sign up and they closed track day to golf carts. It got gutted. And then to find out like 10 years down the road when I put I finally get my hands on the permit and I got my hands on the blueprints for the neighborhood, you haven't got a clue what it feels like. It's gut-wrenching to find out that the builder, without telling you, without disclosing to you, without your permission, decided to tamper with your sewer pipes and your lot elevation so that they would have a place to store water. This was done simultaneously to filling in track day. When they filled in track day, they go, where are we going to put the water? Right here. This was tract A at one time before tract A got dug out by the earth movers a few years back, and they made it look like a drainage easement. This was tract A. This was where the water was going to go first. It's called ultimate outfall elevation. The ultimate outfall elevation for all of parcel 12 was right there, just beyond that steel cover. Everything was going to come there first and run across my lot between these two houses, because right over there was a tree, and that tree was 2 inches higher, right in the middle of the easement, 2 inches higher than this pad. no water would have never ever made it onto the golf course over track day. It was all going to be backed up until it got here, and this was the lowest ultimate outfall elevation in all of parcel 12. Okay, now I don't expect anybody on the board to understand this language like retention, detention, outfall elevation, things like that, but it's all there on paper, and I know how to read it, and I'm going to interpret it. I'm going to start making videos that are very detailed for my neighbors, my friends, the membership. Please take this. I'm going to try to get as much done as I can today. I'm not going to finish it because I have this plumbing. But that pile of rock is filthy. It's polluted. It's Sundance blend that I consider polluted. If it was air, it'd be filled with carbon dioxide. Okay? And everything that's been delivered to me in the last 4 or 5 years has been sifted. And my byproduct, what I've got is a mountain of byproduct. A mountain of sand and pebble gravel. What do I do with it? Do I have to haul it off somewhere? I'll tell you in a minute. But this right here was the highway. If we would have had a 100-year storm before they dug out track day, if they would have left track day original as it appears on Google Map, they would have left it that way, and we would have had the 100-year storm to where the pipe got overwhelmed. The first place that the water was going to run out of this community is right here. These two houses. That house is 2 inches low. The pad is low. That house is 3 inches low. That means that this little corridor, this little area between, is artificially low. It's artificially average 2.5 inches low, 3 inches low there, and 2 inches low there. So we've got the lowest spot where they were going to run water out of this neighborhood in any kind of a backup. Because they had a tree where you see that bush right there off the front of the car. That bush right there, the tree was 2 inches higher than this garage floor. And 3 inches higher than that garage floor. And it was equal, that tree, the height of the tree was equal. You see that light pole down there about 90 feet away, 120 feet away? That's where the height of the tree was, just 29 feet from the sidewalk. All that water would have backed up and gone through here. They sabotaged my lot. This is lot sabotage by a bunch of rednecks, knuckle dragging apes. Okay? Out here in Hee-Haw, the set of Hee-Haw, the planet of the apes. I've told you before, when I was in the service as an avionics person on the F-4J, and when I worked as an avionics technician for about 25 years, United, US Air, we consider the apes as people that did things undocumented. They did things on their own. They started being extemporaneous and never documented anything. You see, when they lowered this house, they didn't tell me. They just did it. It took me 10 years, had to go to jail, had to talk to surveyors, had to go down and get the blueprints from the town, and then finally I got my hands on the permit, and guess what? Nothing matches. It fails the emission test as far as sewer pipe performance. They wouldn't even let me take the test. If there was a dye test for the sewer pipes, I couldn't take it because as soon as they saw the mismatch between the blueprint and the permit, and I've already surveyed myself with water levels between the patios, this is low. It's low, 3 inches. This one is 2 inches low. Already surveyed that with the previous owner. Okay? We'll stop here. I'll get all the equipment out. Hopefully I'll get a couple hours. I won't finish today. Okay? Ever since my little heat incident last week, I'm being very careful and slow, and I'm stopping early. But this is for you, Caroline. These vague, ambiguous, you are the epitome of ambiguity and vagueness. I don't know what you were trying to tell me in that letter, but you put it all on to me. Send me a picture. Tell me specifically what's wrong with my property. I'm telling you, and I've told you in many, many videos, I'm fixing a drainage problem. This house is a sabotage house. Any liens in the future will never compare to the lien that's already established on it right now. Okay? The penalty that got assigned to myself, my ownership, was he's going to have sewer pipes that are 3 inches out of compliance. And this lot is going to be designated as the next drain, tract A, where water is going to leave parcel 12 if there's ever an emergency. I'll stop here, and I'm going to get this right out to you. Thank you. I've just put another strip down, and I'm going to start putting a loose drainage rock, and then I'll intermix the loose drainage rock with this rock right here. The color will match when I'm done. But I'm about to get this covered. I'm going to work that pile over there where the sifter is. I've got rock to take out of there, and I've got this pile of rock as a source. And if I use the drainage rock as just to hold it down, and I'll fill it in with this. But this is, if I get this done today and that pile goes away today and I get started on the plumbing, what I had to do just now is extend the pipe. I'm hoping that I can take a pipe from here and take it over and tee it off 90 degrees. If I can tee it off 90 degrees, I'll figure out how to get to there from over there. But both of these vessels with the pipes are going to go into that pipe, tee into it. And like I said, it's going to keep the water from soaking in around this. I've got it pretty much covered as far as the rain coming off the roof with these gutters. But I just want to start, let you know that all my lots, by the time I'm done, all my lots, left to right, front to back, the 2 of them, and my neighbor's lot, between my lot and my neighbor's lot, is more or less had this treatment. Landscape fabric with sifted 1/2-inch rock over the top of it. Not the regular Sundance blend. The regular Sundance blend sucks. Okay? It sucks. It's filled with sand and dirt. I can't believe they charge you for that. Alright? I want rock. 1/2-inch rock. And I really think that out here, just my opinion, an op-ed, an opinion editorial by Seward is, once they don't like you out here in the West Valley, you're never going to get a fair deal on anything. And I don't think I got a fair deal on that rock. It was loaded with impurities. But we'll stop here.